So, funny story about the thumbnail this time around. It's not even a finished piece, because I literally ran out of illustrations of the guy to put as the thumbnail. And I haven't drawn any more since, except for that one and also one from yesterday. That one from yesterday being this one right here. So Atastic, the guy who makes the what the crud? The guy who makes the cartoons of this little night guy on his channel, he posted the left half of this on his Twitter and Blue Sky page just yesterday, I think, or maybe a few days ago, and I decided, bet, and just went ahead and filled in the blank, along with a bunch of other people. So this was fun. And also, not at all related to what we're going to be doing today. And speaking of what we're going to be doing today, I actually have no idea. I didn't really have anything prepared. I unfortunately didn't do any of the prior sketching layer. So we're going to have to go through that boring part, unlike the last few streams. But if the chat becomes active, then I'll absolutely be welcoming suggestions. But off the top of my head, might be a bit tricky figuring out exactly what to do. Maybe just a video game character that I like. Actually, I think I got it. I think I got just the thing. Just a certain half genie to create an illustration of. And also the character that was the first one drawn on this tablet as well. I should probably do some kind of just full-on compilation of things that I've drawn in the past. Maybe just a time-lapse compilation of things that I've done this year as a full-on YouTube video. I think that would be fun. And then each individually as their own short as well. Actually, yeah. I think that could work. In fact, just so that I don't have to... Just so that I don't have to keep it in my brain space, I'm actually going to write that idea down. In this full-on physical notebook that I carry everywhere. You're insane if you don't carry one of these around yourself. Just saying. Highly recommend it. Each individual one as shorts. Alright, time to get real into what the heck we're doing today. Because I have the idea, that is without question. My idea is drawing Shantae from the Shantae series. Just in what specific manner, I haven't exactly figured out yet. But we might as well start with the basics here. things are also going to be most certainly and relatively quiet and chill once again. Just my prediction. In other news, though, I will say, onto adding on to things that I highly recommend, as well as carrying a notebook around. Highly recommend looking into getting a bicycle and riding it, because that's something I haven't done in years, honestly. And yet, right after getting one, it came back to me pretty naturally, and I missed the feeling. Although there is another YouTube channel out there called Not Just Bikes, you might have heard of it before, that does a much better job at convincing you to go out and ride a bicycle than just me saying it. Alright, now I've got kind of an idea of what I'm going to be doing here. Because I will say again, if you're just tuning in, I did not have a plan going in this time around, unfortunately. Another fun thing, sorry to break the silence again, another fun thing about the thumbnail this time around is that for halfway through the lining layer, I forgot to use the right pen. So a lot of parts gonna be a lot more jagged than they usually are. Hello. Hello, Impasta Sus. It's a great name. Thanks for stopping by, and just to fill you in on everything, most important thing is that I had zero plan whatsoever for this stream this time around. Unlike the last few times where I had the full-on, the sketch layer done and everything. This time was just a complete blank canvas, so I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. But I was also completely open to any suggestions if there were any. If there weren't any though, then first thing that came to the top of my mind was just drawing Shantae from the Shantae series. Do you take ideas to draw? This time around, absolutely. Because, like I said, it was just a complete blank canvas this time with not a whole lot of ideas going around in my head, except for the one that I'm doing right now. Hello. Hello, Searchy. Good to see you. And thanks for stopping in. And just to fill you in on everything, I had zero plans going in for this stream this time around. No sketch layer or anything at all. So I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. First thing that came to mind was just drawing Shantae from the Shantae series. That's pretty neat. Forgot that you can watch YouTube on your Switch. But then again, how else were you supposed to watch Nintendo Directs? Yep. Neighborhood is like it's like a fever dream. There's already Christmas decorations light up. There were Christmas decorations last month at my local department store. At the front of the store, so they really wanted to get them out there. Which is just baffling to me, but I guess that stuff is a real hassle to get out, and they don't feel like getting it all out only for it to be there for less than 2 months, I guess. Ah, crud. Just realized. Every single time I don't have the chat focused, it doesn't update on the actual stream. I mean, you know what they say, early bird gets the worm. Except in this context, I'm not exactly sure what the worm would be when it comes to just having your Christmas lights up early. I guess they're just doing it now so that they don't have to do it later. Wi-Fi died big, may your Wi-Fi rest in peace, and have a swift return. Hang on just a second. That was a much longer break than I expected, but at the very least, it was some good news. Thank you, Searchy, for sticking around the whole time and blasting music in your ears. What you listening to? Music that screams to your ears. Halloween was last month, but I guess it's never too late for, like, death metal or whatever you're listening to. I love bugs. I go bug hunting every once in a while. That is very reassuring. I hope you do very responsible things with those bugs. Saw a Fargo once, almost stepped on him because he was camouflaged. No Fargos were hurt, unfortunately. Or thankfully, I mean. Glad you passed that perception check. If your eyes are naturally messed up, then I recommend you getting a contact lens, which represents my eye. And my eye represents my eye. I've got my eye on you. I'll be happy if you get that reference. Also, as for an actual remedy for that, I have nary a clue, except eat more eggs and carrots and stuff like that. And I suppose glasses wouldn't hurt as well, because I also have recently been developing some vision issues. But I've been taking just a certain vitamin to help remedy that a bit, and I think it's starting to help a little bit. Still needs some more time Still need more time with it though. Don't worry at all if it feels like you're spamming at the moment. Because if you're the only one active in the chat right now, then you're not really hogging it up for anyone else. Plus, it's always good to have company. So, what kind of music were you listening to? I feel like I'm yapping because of my ADHD. Well, I do have a remedy for that, and that's uninstalling TikTok and reading a book. I still have no idea what TikTok is like because I've never actually used it. All I know is that it's just like YouTube Shorts and nothing much else at that. And reading a book is just a good idea in general. I still need to finish The Journey to the West, which is what I'm in the middle of right now. And then after that, I'm probably gonna look into reading, or finishing rather, 1984, and then maybe Animal Farm, and then the millions and millions of Choose Your Own Adventure books that I recently bought. Because those books were my absolute childhood. I've heard of Lemon Demon. That's the one who made, that's the guy who made the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. I'm not familiar with the other one, though. Of the other, composer that you listed. But I'm going to assume that's the one that was screaming in your ear. Because I hate TikTok, it's so negative. Well, my friend wanted me to make an account, so I did. That is exactly my experience with Instagram. I had an online friend from a while ago, still have an online friend from a while ago, who wanted me to make an Instagram account. I made it, but then I never used it. And then, like, 4 years later, maybe longer than that, actually it has been longer than that, I had a friend in college who wanted me to make an Instagram account. And then my brother wanted to make me an Instagram account, and then my neighbor across the street, which I was doing some work for, wanted me to make an Instagram account, so I finally caved in and made one. And I've been using it very infrequently, which is just fine by me. love books about bugs and animals. I'm actually studying to be a zoologist. That is freaking cool. I will definitely say. Then again, anything related to nature in general is freaking cool, especially if you live in a part of the world that's just way too over-industrialized and weird.
Sleeping soul take flight, take me through the night, down, down, down by the river.
It's the only song in this entire playlist that actually has vocals, I think.
Down, down by the river. Hanging moon in fog, mist will lead where you belong. Sweep me off my feet. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Pinky amber, swirling down. Just leave the flames and take a chance to be with me tonight. Take my hand and hold it tight.
And I just remembered, when I say anything related to nature is freaking cool, that might just be my Stardew Valley brain talking, because I've been seriously getting into that game once again. I bought it many a year ago, but it didn't really stick with me at the time, but I'm trying it out again. I'm trying that game as well as Morrowind out again. Because I need to practice. I've wanted to try practicing delayed gratification, which those two games are great at. And I've actually been getting into them. And I will say about on Morrowind, it is very satisfying doing a quest, needing to find where somebody is or where a certain location is, and then just opening up your notebook, your journal, and then looking through the bookmark tab, and then just finding the information you need from there. And then actually finding it only a few seconds later. It's definitely a lot more rewarding than the quest log in the future Bethesda games. Don't have very good experience with Instagram because people text me asking personal questions like where do you live, what is your gender, stuff like that. Interesting. Chances are people like that may or may not be bots, I guess you could say, because I remember a while ago my brother ran into one of those kind of people who probably wasn't even a person. They might have just been a bot that started asking for things. They got all buddy-buddy at first, but then the facade started to break when they were asking for a bit too many things. Remember going outside when it was very cold outside and went bug hunting where I found the Froggo. Now you're making me want to go outside, but the sun's starting to go down, is the only thing. I did go outside earlier today, though, on my bicycle that I recently acquired. My bicycle that I acquired literally yesterday, actually. still love running to this day, so do I. Although when I was younger, I remember only being able to run for about less than a minute while going super fast, and then just being completely tired the rest of the trail. I was a fast runner, but not a very durable runner. Nowadays, though, I also like running pretty frequently. I really find artists on YouTube live streaming. That's surprising because there's quite a few of them that are probably even live right now. Also, hi, welcome in. Just to get you filled in, I had zero plan for this stream whatsoever. Unlike the last few streams where I had the sketch layer all figured out. Right now, though, I'm only just barely figuring out the sketch layer for something that I decided to just draw on a whim. Those artists that might be live streaming right now that I'm talking about, actually, just so that you can check them out, because I highly recommend them. There's two in particular that are pretty frequently streaming most of the time. Here's two artists in particular that both I like and follow and are streaming pretty frequently. I'm an artist, but a pretty cruddy one. I feel like a lot of people can share the same sentiment. But as it's said in the 2008 animated movie Ratatouille, anyone can cook. So, just keep that in mind. Was it 2008 or was it a different year than that? You're very welcome. I'm happy to get their names out as well. Because they are considerably better artists than me, I will say, just up front. They've been doing their crafts for years. I've only been doing mine for one. But still, very happy with the progress that, just thoughts on PewDiePie's art journey. I'm very glad you brought that up, because that is exactly what inspired me to start my own. Because before he started his, I was already kind of somewhat pseudo doing digital artwork on my own. I had an interest in learning how to draw before he did. And so I bought a little drawing tablet that I could hook up to my computer to see what I could do with it. I made only a few pieces with it, but not too many. And then when he started doing his journey in December, that's when I started getting serious about mine. So I bought a physical sketchbook, and I brought out the old dusty pen tablet that I had hooked up to my computer, and I just went from there. And then I think it was September. September is when I bought my first full-on expensive display tablet. I bought a Huon Canvas 13, which is what I'm using right now. And I'm very, very happy with it, because I can actually show you some of the things that I've created with it. First thing I did was actually this character that you're seeing right now. This was my first piece with the full-on pen tablet. Sorry, the display tablet. This thing was not cheap, but I'm very, very happy with it, and I'd say it was absolutely worth it. And as for a full-on opinion on PewDiePie's art journey, he is the last person that I expected to start doing that, because I always associate him with, you know, the guy, well, same thing that everyone else associated with him, just popular, most popular on the platform, gaming channel guy. And then there was the whole him versus T-Series thing that started to kick off, which is, by the time I actually started regularly watching him. And then once that died down, he started to just do regular vlogs after he became a father, which is just great, and I'm happy to see him and Martia and Bjorn, his son, as happy as they can be. And not only did he get me into drawing as well, or inspire me to start getting serious about drawing. I was always interested in drawing. He just prompted me to take the leap into it, but he also got me thinking about rock climbing as well. Specifically just going to a rock climbing gym, which thankfully there was on the way back from my route to school at the time. So I went there for a bit, and then I kind of stopped after it was getting a little bit expensive, and I wanted to focus on other things, but it was still a lot of fun when I was going. So I'm thankful to him for inspiring me to do that as well. And I went on a whole tangent about PewDiePie and all that because you brought it up. But as for things that I did with as for pieces that I've completed with this tablet so far, there was that. There was that piece, and then there was... oh, this. I appreciate your thoughts, you're very welcome. And then there was also this, which I did. This is my brother's first Code Vein character from the game Code Vein, which is basically just anime Dark Souls for those who do not know. I drew this for his birthday in September, and am very, very happy with how it turned out. It's fun to just go through old works and just delete layers, see how differently it looks without them. And see how many layering mistakes you made along the way, because there are plenty in this one, I'm sure of it. He was very happy with this too. And then there are a few other pieces that I completed with the display tablet, but I might save those for a time-lapse compilation of things that I did in a full-on video, which I might be doing, and then taking each individual time-lapse and then putting them into a YouTube short, maybe. That is certainly a word that only certain people use. By certain people, I mean members of a certain generation. That and also people who might have been exposed to the internet a bit too much. Alright, let's see. It's only been an hour and 12 minutes, I just realized. Usually whenever I do a stream, it goes on for about 2 hours. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how the sketch layer is turning out now. Which means it's gonna be time to move to lining pretty soon. I watch too much internet. Well, I can see why you're trying to pursue a profession that requires you to be outside. The words life support and switch in the same sentence just bring me back to that one moment in Max Sora's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance video. I'm sorry, Grandpa, I have to charge my Switch. And then it just turns off life support. My insomnia won't let me sleep, so I'll be here. Well, I certainly hope that I'm not interfering with your sleep schedule or anything, because, I mean, sleep is kind of important, not gonna lie. But hey, I mean, at least we're listening to relatively relaxing music. So maybe you could have the stream up on the side while you're reading a book. Because that's usually one of my go-tos whenever I can't sleep. Or at least it should be more often. Alright, I think it is now time for the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see how far I can get in the lining layer in the next 40 minutes, let's say. feel funny because I've been having trouble breathing and my muscles are constantly sore. You might want to have that looked at sometime. Unless you're constantly exercising all the time. That might be a bit of a cause for concern. Okay, not making the same mistake I did in this stream's thumbnail. And that was using the completely wrong brush for the lining layer. I'm not doing the sketch layer over again. Exercise by running around and climbing stuff, that is pretty, as they say, based. I definitely want to go back to that rock climbing gym eventually, when I have the chance. Because that place was very fun when I went over there. Just burn my mouth in some Hot Pockets. I remember back when I ate those. When I ate those regularly. When I was completely not mindful of exactly what was in them and the kind of corporation that produced them. Okay, I had to chuckle at that a bit. That's pretty funny. That video must have been 2 seconds long, if I had to guess. Or no, it's so short that it was condensed to being a short only, and not an actual video. Don't know what kind of gens there are anymore. Yeah, everyone kind of just lost track after Gen Z. And then everyone started talking about Gen Alpha, and then I don't know where it goes on from there, if it even continues from there. Honestly, all this talk about generations and stuff honestly just makes me wonder how the most recent generation is going to react to the intro to Half-Life 2. That, among other things, that I'm curious about. But I'm very curious about the intro to Half-Life 2, mainly. For reasons that you probably can piece together. Yeah. Don't see channel named that. Hang on. Might have to double check then. Because there's a chance that there's a chance that their name could just straight up be Car and nothing else. Like their name is on Discord. But let's see. Why the heck this YouTube search function sucks so much? I'm probably gonna get nuked by them for saying that out loud into the microphone on the air. But it's something that absolutely needs to be said. Because I just googled their name and there is nothing related to that whatsoever. Okay, that's why. Because his name is literally just... Okay, that's his name. There we go. Let's see. Okay, this is the channel name you're looking for. That's just his profile name on every other platform, I think. It's his name on, I think, Discord and his former Twitter account, which he recently just nuked in favor of moving over to Blue Sky instead. For reasons that you may or may not have heard about. Yeah, you pretty much just summed it up exactly. Everything wrong with YouTube's copyright policy. And that's somebody could just come in and... Somebody who's not even the artist of the song can just come in and take your videos revenue, which is really unfortunate. I remember hearing a story from a while ago about, let's see, the Fat Rat, that's his name, about his most popular song being copyright striked by someone who didn't own it. His own song got hit with a copyright strike, which was pretty outrageous. Now, I'm sure it's been handled and sorted out, but the fact that it even happened in the first place is kind of... yeah. Not really, as Lemongrab would say, quite unacceptable, except a lot louder than that. What the crud? I didn't think they would go that far as to full-on delete your channel over that. I knew that's what would happen eventually, but I mean, every time I did it on my channel, they just reached out to me saying, hey, this song that you're using is copyrighted, and we're just gonna let you know that you're not making money from this video anymore. But to get full-on strikes over that seems kind of ridiculous. Because there is a strong difference between claims and strikes. And strikes are definitely a lot more serious. Alright, cool. That's pretty much the lining layer done. That's just shameful on YouTube's part. Alright, now for the fun part. Oh, oops. those will be a work in progress. I got very confused by her name there for a second. Welcome in though. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know how long I'm gonna be. Oh wow, we just hit the 2-hour mark. And 2 hours is usually where I call it for streams, but for this one, I'm not entirely sure. Not gonna lie, something looks just a tiny smidge off. head is full of soap with dumplings. That is certainly probably the first time that sentence has ever been said in history. Ah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Wonder if this song at all will get copyrighted. Certainly hope not, though, because anime music was absolutely essential to everyone's childhood. think this will only start to get... This will only start to look good once I get the shading in there. Because at the moment, it's just flat color. And I think I am going to save the shading for another day. And maybe call this stream as it is. Alrighty. I will say, though, I'm pretty surprised at how far I made into a single piece with no prior plan whatsoever. And I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made so far, but there are definitely some things to redo. Which I think I'll be doing on my own off-screen sometime. Let's go back to this though. Also save this here. Let's cap this off with a bit of this though. Oh yeah, that's another in case let's see. In case anybody's still interested. Also check this person out because he makes some pretty great stuff as well. That's who created the little night guy on the left here. And like I said at the start of the stream, this is something that he posted on Twitter and Blue Sky that people just came in and drew themselves or their own characters, having a drink with him, and I decided to contribute to that, and it was fun. But as of right now, I'm feeling that this is a good place to cap things off for now. I'm glad to have actually done a stream this week, unlike last week, because I was wasn't really feeling it all that much last week, but I came around this week. The sun was still up. The sun was still up when we started, but now it's just pitch black outside. That's pretty neat. Wow, 2 hours 15 minutes. Probably the longest stream so far, honestly. But, if everything is said and done, then thank you to Searchy. thanks to Searchy for sticking around and for sharing your ramblings with everybody. And best of luck to you in your zoologist career as well. Seriously. In a way, I actually kind of envy you. Thanks to Rad Jax for letting me get some more artist names out there who definitely deserve it. And if everything is said and done, I will see everybody next time. Have a very good night, and I'll most likely see you next week, either with another art stream or maybe with a Beat Saber stream, who knows? I haven't exactly decided yet. I need to get everything fixed up though, for then. But until then, I'll see everybody later.